Since 1996, I've been struggling with my health, and I had developed some debilitating headaches in 2006 and struggled with that for many years, and medications just did not help. Nothing would relieve it except for me lying down and getting in bed. So I had prayed for a long time for health improvement and just a healing. Then on November the 6th, 2022, I was having a whole month in October of headaches that I just would be in bed for all day. And just, so my husband, that Sunday, we decided I would go to church and try, And so as I was getting ready, I was just thinking, how am I going to cope with the lights and the music and loudness and everything? As I got in, my husband went straight towards our normal seats, which was in the second row, and I'm thinking, oh no, I want to be in the back where I can retreat. But I went up there, got with some friends of ours, and really enjoyed the service. In the beginning of the service, there was opportunities for prayers and me to see some people, and I had 2 points where I had hands laid on me and prayed. And so as the service ended, I was sitting there with my friend and just feeling all of the joy and happiness of being in the presence of God. And some men that were visiting from another campus had the Holy Spirit reach out to them and tell them that they needed to come and pray for me. And so they approached my husband and wanted to know what was going on. So he gave them kind of a summary of how I'd been struggling for so long. And so they laid hands on me and prayed. And that experience changed my life. The Holy Spirit descended on me like it never had before. And I felt the presence of like 1,000 hands pressing deep into my body. At one point, as they're praying, I had the vision of a rod coming out of my head and going to the cross. And that was pulling me almost. And I felt like, is anybody else seeing this? This is, what is happening? And I knew at that point that the Holy Spirit had descended on me and I was in the presence of God, and it was gonna change my life. I also had visions of things in my spine and my brain, like little worms or something coming out and going through that rod to the cross. As they finished praying, I felt extreme weakness and just like unbelievable. Couldn't understand if anybody else knew what happened, but I did feel completely healed at that point, no headache. So I reached out to my husband. I said, Blaine, something has happened, and he said, I know, you look like you had been awakened from anesthesia. So I feel like I had a spiritual surgery at that point, that something was removed out of my body and I was healed. And after that, I just keep experiencing this presence of the Holy Spirit and knowing that I'm healed. I have had no headaches for, 4 months now, which is so incredible and unbelievable. So I know it was definitely a healing. I had a couple of scriptures I'd like to share as well. Also that our humility keeps us bound to God's healing power in us and through us. So that was one thing that I had read that really made me think, you have to be almost at the depths of despair. And I struggled for so long, and I know it was just the timing. God knew when it was the appropriate timing. Isaiah 38:16 and 17, you restored me to health and let me live. Surely it was for my benefit that I suffered such anguish. In your love, you kept me from the pit of destruction. You have put all my sins behind your back. So that just felt like to me, that verse really spoke to me. Also, Psalm 32, Lord my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. I just want to encourage you to know that you can reach out to God, and He will heal you in time, in His time. And I'm just so excited that I was given that healing, that opportunity to be healed. And those men that were there and prayed for me, I feel like was just an anointment that God had said, this is the time. And I just want to encourage everyone to just please don't lose hope, because I struggled for over 20 years, and I just thank you for that opportunity to let me share.